Back on ABC24 this week with my panel, Otis Sanford, Catherine Burgess, Nidra Malone, and yours truly, Richard Ransom, talking about the specific campaigns now as we head into the final days of this Memphis mayoral race. I'm going to put up a graphic here of the four people that conventional wisdom, I guess, would suggest, the polling, the fundraising would suggest it's probably jump ball between these four guys to win the race here. And I want to then show the second tier would easily be Michelle McKissick and J.W. Gibson, who have been very strong campaigners and made a really good effort there. So easily could be an upset, I guess, in this whole contest. Let's start with, let's do this alphabetically, how about? All right, let's start with Floyd Bonner, the current sheriff of Shelby County. If you are Floyd Bonner right now, what's keeping you up at night? And what are you, what's got you optimistic that maybe I'm going to pull this thing off?
Okay.
Start with you, Otis.
Okay, sure. I think what he's optimistic about is the fact that people are still saying crime is the #1 issue, and a majority of those people think, whether it's rightly or wrongly, that he's the person to solve it since he has all these years in law enforcement. I think what keeps him up at night is the constant hammering that you've done a terrible job running the jail. All of these recent events, the September surprise was the indictments against the 9 jailers, and the other deaths that have happened. I think that's what keeps him up at night, because he doesn't really know how voters are going to see that. And so I think that's where his vulnerability is.
Catherine, anything you would agree or disagree with or want to add to?
I agree with all of that. Yeah, the indictments coming so close to the election certainly did not help him out at all, and I don't think him doubling down in support of those officers particularly helped him either. So that right before the election, I don't know, maybe that will hurt him.
Yeah. All right, Deidre, what's your take?
I agree with what Otis has said, and also Catherine, but I also think that him siding with his officers helps him. For those people that are wanting somebody that's going to be tough on crime and that is going to have a respect for their force and their employees, I think that helps him.
All right, moving on to Willie Herenton, the longtime mayor of Memphis, who's decided he wants another crack at it at the age of 83. Run a very unconventional campaign, I think we'd all agree. Hardly any money on advertising, didn't take part in any of the debates. What's keeping him up at night, and what has got him optimistic as he heads into these final days? Catherine, you first.
I think, well, the fact that he's 83, he likes to bring it up in conversation. He likes to bring up the fact that he is still all there physically and cognitively, and I think that is something he's been getting some criticism about. The fact that he wants to come back at 83 years old, that he's already had his time in office, he's already had a chance to make a difference. So I think those things probably do keep him up at night. Again, he's he's a piece of history, he's a legend in Memphis, and all of that, I think, is what has really kept him going in this campaign and makes him think he has a chance at it.
All right, Deidre, your assessment of the Herenton campaign at this point?
I think he's optimistic because he's hearing it from voters across the city that they want him to come back. They appreciate his level of experience. I think that's what he's hearing, and I think he's excited about it. I think what keeps him up at night is the opportunity to lose this race. I mean, you know, he's served as the mayor of this city, and for him to lose this race, I think, would be devastating for him.
Well, he ran in 2019 and lost.
Lost big time.
I think the difference, though, is that there weren't 17 people in the race,
and so no incumbent.
Exactly, and no incumbent. It's an open race.
Yeah. In fact, he kind of sees himself as the incumbent in this contest, I think. Otis, you agree with what?
Yeah, I agree with what both of them are saying here. People are telling him everywhere he goes, "We love you, Dr. Herenton. I'm going to vote for you." I'm not sure that everybody who's saying that is telling him the truth. I'm just going to be honest with you. They don't want to say, I'm not voting for you. I mean, he's the mayor. He was there for 17 years. So he has a level of respect there. But I'm just not believing that all of these people who are saying they love you and they're going to vote for you are actually doing it when they go to the polls. But the optimistic thing here is, you know, he has that track record, and he has a certain number of supporters, and with so many people in the race, he could get to that 25% and win this thing.
Absolutely. Do you think he's at all wishing he had made himself more visible, whether it be taking part in the debates, or do you think he's perfectly content, even if he loses, to say, you know what, I wasn't going to do those debates anyway, so it doesn't matter?
No, as much as I have talked about this, he's not listening to me. So I think he said I would have run it the same way if I had to do it over again.
Yeah, you agree with that?
I agree.
All right, very good. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about the two other campaigns. Again, we're going in alphabetical order here. We're not showing any preference. Van Turner and Paul Young and their campaigns and where things stand right after this.